Hello everyone. Well, this is a short tutorial on how to apply colors in this reveal mechanical template. You know that we have colors here on level 15, but we don't have colors on level 0. Okay, I'm going to show you how to work with this, and there are different systems. I'm going to show you from the more straightforward and the easiest one until the more difficult. So the easiest thing we can do, you see that here in these properties windows, we have families. Usually this is not, we have this drop-down menu. And but if we open this menu on families, here we have ducts. And on ducts, well, here we have all this, it's duct systems. So in duct systems, we have exhaust, return, and supply. These are the three systems that we have used. We have the exhaust, and then we have supply and return. If we select the exhaust air, right-click and type properties, the easiest thing we can do is to override the graphics. If we do this, we have to select the solid pattern, and then we can select the green color. Apply. And you see that all the exhaust systems are turned into green. And that works with the 3D views and everything. Okay, so everything that has to do with the exhaust, it's now shown in different colors. We can do the same with the return. I don't remember what we did here. Is the supply or return? Supply, okay. The return is blue, supply, it's red. So if I go to any level, I go to the return, type properties, override, select solid, select the color, let's say red, apply, and now all the return is red. Then if I go to the supply, I can do the same, type properties, override, solid, color, and blue. Okay, so that's good enough. At least we can tell where the supply and the return is. And by doing this, if I connect return ducts to supply ducts, it will be clearer, okay? Because at least we have different colors and we don't have to make any mistakes. If this is not enough, we can do something even more realistic, okay? The good thing of this is that it works well in any view, okay? So you can go to realistic colors, shaded, hidden lines, and it works well, okay? Probably the best way to look at this is a hidden line. But if we want to do something more realistic, we can go again to the supply air, we can type properties, and we can create, you see that here we have a material. So the material we have by category. If we are working with this, the supply, it was red. So I can type properties, I can change the material, and I can create a new material. The identity would be supply. Air duct. In graphics, I want to make it red, and in appearance, red too. And if we apply now, apply everything, apparently nothing changes, and even on level 0, it hasn't changed. But if you go to the realistic colors, now we see that it has changed. okay? So we have this default material, this grayish material, but if we create something different, now it's like this. I wish we could change the flex ducts, but in this view, it hasn't changed. Anyway, we can do the same with the return air. So we can go to type properties, we can create a new material. And that material, the identity is return. That. Go to graphics, select blue color, go to appearance, and you can select the same blue color. Okay. There you go. I think I did it wrong. I created yeah, so I made these red lines and it should be blue. And I made this, but if I do this, I recommend you create different line types. So if we have created a material, you can type the property and we can select no pattern or no override. And then the line will be yeah. Okay. To change the line so that it's not that color anymore. The same thing with this. For the exhaust, remember that we do have exhaust pipes here from the restroom, so we have to create a new material. Identity, that would be the, again, duplicate, and that would be exhaust. But now I have to change the color. Okay. So that's good enough, but it only shows up when you are dealing with the realistic colors. If you are working with hidden line or shaded and unshaded, okay, unshaded works too, but it doesn't work in hidden line. Okay, so what, here you see that even in hidden line with this option, it works. We have colors. Okay, that's the third way to do that. The third way to do that is using color schemes and system colors. We can create a color scheme if we click here, room and area, tag, click here, color schemes. And I have some categories here for ducts, and I have to kind of color duct color fill. We have this, and then we have the supply and return. I think by default Revit has this one that I don't know. Yeah, so that differentiates between the CFM. Okay, it's a way to do it, but I want to differentiate between exhaust, return, and supply. So if we have this, I only have to, if we want to create a new one, I can select a new one. Scheme, and I can select the color here. Whatever, okay. And then I can apply, and I can select okay. What happens? Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed because with this one, with the color scheme, That's confusing. That's what I told you, that this is the most difficult. In color schemes, I can select this one, and I have created this one. And here we have color scheme on these properties windows. And well, I don't have anything, and I have spaces, HVAC rooms, HVAC zones, rooms. Okay, I don't know. What about the system color? If you click on system color, we have categories, pipes and ducts. In duct, we can select here the return and supply one. And then we apply, we click OK, and now we have supply and return. Okay. If we use the realistic texture, the materials trump the color scheme. And if I use the hidden line, you see that it's slightly different. This is the realistic view. And here we have the colors that I have created for this. And these color schemes, the colors are slightly different. And this is it. I like this one because we have the flex ducts with the realistic color. We do have the flex ducts too. Okay. And then on the 3D view, on the 3D view, if I go to the realistic, I can see all the ducts. But if I want to see all these in the hidden line, I have to, well, I can't do it because here I don't have this option, the color scheme and the system color. I don't have this option. So for the 3D view, the only option is to create materials and go for the realistic view. It's difficult to understand, but basically there are three different ways. We can select in the project browser, we can select duct systems, and then we can assign either color lines or materials to the exhaust, return, and supply. If we assign lines with colors, we can see them even in hidden lines. If we assign materials, we only can see the materials in the realistic view. If you're working on levels, we can work with realistic views, and then we will see the materials. Well, here in discipline, we have architectural. If I want to see only the mechanical things, I have to go to the mechanical discipline. But if I assign these system colors, it doesn't have to be in the, it doesn't have to be in the realistic view. Okay, I think it's a good option. I know that when we print this out, it should be seen in black and white. Even if we print this in black and white, we should be able to differentiate between supply and return. So probably the best way to do that is to work with a grayscale. If I create a new color scheme, if I duplicate that one, return supply 2, and then I get rid of this one. And I work with a different gray. Okay, so we have the exhaust. And we can use a solid fill, or we can use a hatch. Diagonal cross hatch. Diagonal down. I think that would be better. So with this, probably in black and white will go well. And if we apply this and then we change the system color to the return supply 2, I hope it works. Yeah, now it works. Okay, so now we can differentiate between the return supply and even the exhaust with different shades of gray. So that will be good for printing out in black and white.